ISUPK.
Yeah, hey, shalom. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. They're on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I want y'all to give that brother a hand, because what that brother is talking about, our people don't want to hear that at all. Our people don't want to hear that the Most High hates the other nations. Our people don't want to hear that they gotta love their people over another nation, because we see the other nations as something. We see them as something to look at. We see like, man, I want my people to be like them. That's how we see. We look at the other nations thinking that they're great, but knowing that we should be a great people. We should be that people that the other nations look at and say, look, I want to be like them. That's who we should be. Give me Isaiah 40 and 17.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 17, and it reads, all nations before him are as nothing.
Or as what?
As nothing.
Nah, everybody's united is a good thing, right?
As nothing.
So all the nations, actually, give me 40 and 15, like it. We're gonna go up to verse 15. Give me that one.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 15. Behold, the nations are as drops of a bucket.
You see, we're Black Hispanics and Native American Indians. We want to be mixing in with these other nations. We want to join in with them. We want to do the things that these other nations doing. We're not without knowing that the Lord is saying, look, these other nations are as a drop of a bucket. Nothing but little drops of water. Nothing but what?
Drops of a bucket.
The other nations, that should already let you know that the other nations are nothing. When you join yourself unto the other nations, you are nothing too. You create a problem for your people. You create a problem for yourselves. You become nothing. And that's why the other nations don't see you as anything. They see you as nothing. Keep going.
And are counted as the small dust of a balance. Behold, he taketh up the Israels as a very little thing.
Man, these nations are nothing. They're something so simple, something so the Lord doesn't even count them as anything. He doesn't even know who they are. He knows you, Israel. He knows you, Black Hispanics and Native American Indians, because he cares about you. Because that's why he gave us these law, statutes, and commandments. He gave us these law, statutes, and commandments so we could stay separate from another nation. We wouldn't have to worry about, man, you know, my partner doesn't do this. My partner doesn't do that. No, if you are a Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, there are laws, statutes, and commandments that you're supposed to keep. And those right there keep you separate from the other nations. Not eating pork, not eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, not even cutting into your skin by giving yourself tattoos, not by taking drugs, not by cutting your beard off, not by lighting up your hair, not by doing the traditions of the other nations. The other nations don't keep these law, statutes, and commandments. So why would you want the other nations in your own neighborhoods when you can't even vouch for those nations?
Right.
You can't. These law, statutes, and commandments, eliminate homosexuality.
Right.
These law, statutes, and commandments eliminate pedophilia.
Right.
They eliminate the need to have drug dealers in your neighborhoods.
Right.
Keeping these law, statutes, and commandments brings value back to Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian households.
That's right.
This law, statute, and commandments keeps us as a royal people by bringing Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian men back into the houses of every one of our families. Because these other nations don't do that. These other nations don't want us learning these law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Keep going.
The book of Isaiah 40, verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
Man, the Lord said all the nations are counted to him as nothing. But you Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, you are his special people.
That's right.
You are the people that he wants. That's why he gave you these law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Luke 11:43. And you know what? You can blame these. You can blame these. Reason why we're in these conditions on the Christian church. You can blame it on the Christian and Catholic Church. All they do is sow destruction unto our own people. All they do is sow construction. Whom Yahshua! Whom Yahshua! That's why Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we should be keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. And we should be recognizing who is in our neighborhoods not keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. We need to make sure. Keep going. Give me Luke 11:43.
Luke, the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 14. 43. Woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye love the uppermost seat in the synagogue.
Woe unto you, Pharisees. Who are those Pharisees of today? That's your Christian pastors. That's your Catholic priests. That's your Muslim imams. That's man, you Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you need to understand that those Pharisees of today, they love the uppermost seats of the synagogues. They love the uppermost seats of this wicked kingdom. Keep going.
And greetings in the markets. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are engraved which appear not, and the men that walk over them are not aware of them.
Man, every Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we know what goes on in those Christian churches. We know what happens to our people in those Christian and Catholic churches. Every day is a new story coming out talking about some Catholic priest molested this amount of kids. Every day there's a story coming out where your Christian pastors are sleeping with the females in the church, with the women in the church, raping the kids.
Right.
You can't trust those Pharisees. You can't trust your Black leaders today because they love the pleasures of this kingdom. They don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And everything that's going on with our people, you can almost certainly blame it on your Christian pastors. You can blame it on those Pharisees of today because there's 1,000 Christian churches in every single one of our neighborhoods, and the neighborhoods are still destroyed. Everything is destroyed. Give me Isaiah 66:15. You can blame everything that's going on, everything that's going on in our neighborhoods on the Christian church. The Christian church been in your neighborhoods for the last 60 years. Ain't nothing been produced out of there. Nothing but destruction.
I'm not letting nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Some a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.